Thank you. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Alexander Marks of the Nevada State Education Association, speaking in support of Assembly Bill 231 today, revising provisions governing education on the Holocaust and other genocides. NSEA has a standing position in support of Holocaust education since 1996 with a resolution adopted at our delegate assembly. This position was reaffirmed and expanded in 1998 and 2002. We also have a standing policy on genocide education, also adopted in 1996 and affirmed and updated in 2002. Educators understand intolerance has no place in our schools. Instruction on the Holocaust and other genocides is even more critical in these times of hate and increasing anti-Semitism. Freestyling a little bit as a Jewish person, I was fortunate enough to receive Holocaust education in both Hebrew school as well as my GATE class at Elaine Wynn Elementary School. I was lucky enough to have a man named Sasha Semenoff come and visit our class several times. And as a child, hearing a survivor of the Holocaust tell the awful, horrible stories was life-changing. This is a man who was just full of so much life, and I remember he didn't really speak out until the 1960s, and then his father kind of inspired him because he said that these are stories that need to be told so that people would never forget the hardships and horrible things that he went through. He survived 4 concentration camps. I remember him talking vividly about the smell of the bodies and how they would ration the food from the dead bodies every single night. And I'm talking food as in black coffee and maybe a piece of bread. He was a musician. He could play the piano and the violin. I remember him telling a story about being transported to I think his 2nd or 3rd concentration camp, and a German Nazi soldier saw him holding a mandolin and instructed him to play La Paloma right there. And thank God he was able to do so because he was literally playing a violin for his life. That put everybody in a much better mood that evening, and he survived. So that day he was able to do so, but to hear somebody tell you that, it still sends chills down my spine this day, and if it doesn't to you, then I don't know what's wrong. But still mind-blowing, and had he not played, he never would have played another note. But he would always tell us, even as elementary school children, that we must always remember, never let this happen again. So I think in terms of age, we needed to hear that because to this day, I'm standing here in front of a Senate committee retelling a story that needs to be told. It's important to know their stories, retell them over and over again. That's why I'm here. I'm grateful for GATE teachers like I had, Miss Elisevich, who I will send this message to. Hopefully she's watching, but urge you to support Assembly Bill 231. It's a great bill. We need to hear these stories over and over again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to give testimony and support here? Okay, let's go online.